In this video, we are gonna show you how to easily restore a Swedish retro coffee table. This table was found at an annual flea market in Majorna, Gothenburg. This year, my husband went there by himself and found lots of good stuff, and this table was one of them. As you can see, this table is in good condition, although it has some water rings and looks kind of tired. But the legs are looking great, which means we have minimal work ahead of us. I started prepping the table by cleaning it thoroughly, because you never know where this table has been and what kind of dirt has accumulated. Once the table was clean and dry, he decided to try out a new technique to remove old varnish. I saw some woodworker apply mineral spirits on the top of the table and cover that with plastic wrapping. It's supposed to work similar to paint stripper. As you can see, he's using a sponge to apply the mineral spirits, and next he's wrapping it all up in plastic foil, the same one that you use for your food. Unfortunately, this technique didn't really work for us. We think one of two things might have happened. Either we applied too little of mineral spirits, or we left it for too long, because it did dry out and didn't really do anything. As you can see here, some of the varnish did disappear, but it didn't work nearly as good as a paint stripper would do. It was also hard to find any information about this technique, but it was definitely worth a try. Once the table was clean and dry again, Ryder sanded the entire top with 180 grit paper. You can go as low as 120 grit paper, but you have to be careful not to sand through the veneer, especially around the edges that are easy to sand through. To protect this table from any water damages or scratches, I chose oil-based varnish. It's easy to apply with a paintbrush and it's self-leveling, but you have to be careful not to apply too much product at once. I'm also working in sections and always with the grain. I could have used thick oil, which is specifically made for this type of furniture, but it wouldn't give me the same protection for water and heat as oil-based varnish does. I left the table for about 12 hours to dry before I could continue working on it. The varnish was pretty thick, but I wanted to make sure the table is fully protected. So I wet sanded the top with 240 grit paper. Wet sanding means that you spray the furniture with water and sand lightly to remove any bumps and imperfections without risking to scratch the varnish I applied. The higher grit you choose, the more smooth and fine the finish you will get. I didn't really have any other sanding paper, so I made sure to sand lightly without adding pressure. Next, I cleaned the table of any sanding dust and applied a second coat of the same varnish. Once again, I'm working in sections and with the grain. After applying a second coat of varnish, I left the table to dry and harden for about 24 hours. The table does also have some brass parts at the bottom that need some serious polishing. For that, I'm using Autosol metal polish, and let me tell you, this stuff works wonders. It does not only clean but also polish the brass really good. I mean, look how shiny and clean it looks. It's amazing, especially compared to the before. Once again, this is the table before, looking old and tired and scratched and with some watermarks. And this is the same coffee table after just a few hours of work. You can finally see the wood grain and the high gloss matches the legs perfectly. If you like furniture flips like this one, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comments what do you think, and follow me for more furniture restorations from Sweden.